Okay, had a few questions. People have wondered, like, okay, so you've made a few molds, we've seen the results, but what's the whole process? So here goes. I'm going to walk you through building a couple of molds. Well, really one mold. This particular mold is for some plain tile bases, but really the process will work for any single-sided mold. So what we've got for all of our different parts that we're going to need for it, of course, we've got our mold bases. Go ahead and try and put this up in front of the camera. I mean, pretty simple design. This is a basic mold base. Something to attach our molds to. In the case here, what I've got is a piece of masonite that I've covered with some foil tape. Foil tape is mainly there to seal it, plus because foil tape is cheap, it's pretty easy to work with, and it's a nice non-stick surface. Of course, you need a mold frame. For the mold frame on this one, I'm just using a Dixie cup that I've cut the bottom out of. Found that these work really, really well. They've got a nice smooth inside, and for really shallow stuff, you really can't beat them. Some stir sticks for stirring up your various mold stuff. Cups for mixing. You never have too many cups. Once again, go disposable. Save yourself a ton of hassle later on. Pen for marking out stuff. As you can see, I've already marked out some circles. Some clay. The clay is for actually mounting the pieces to the board. For the clay, you're going to want to use a sulfur-free clay. Make sure, sulfur-free clay. Anything else, you'll have all kinds of problems. It'll react with your rubber that you're doing to make the mold. Make your life really, really miserable. Mold will never set right. You have all kinds of problems. Mold release. This is the release that I use, which is Man's Easy 200. It's a really good release. You can pick it up. I mean, this will pretty much, if you're just doing bases and smaller things for miniature wargaming, this will last you quite some time. I mean, I've had this one, gosh, I've done at least a couple of dozen molds and countless numbers of pours, and have yet to run out of it. I mean, it's still really full because you don't need a lot of it. Okay, for the rubber that I'm using on this one, I'm actually using a product by Smooth On called their Umo or Omo, or Omu, depending on who you talk to. Liquid rubber compound. What's nice about this one is this is a 1-to-1 ratio one. You get two pieces. You get your blue bottle and your yellow bottle. It's a 1-to-1 ratio by volume. So basically you fill a cup up to a certain point, match it up on both of them, mix them together and go. Does not require vacuum degassing. That's a biggie. When you mix your rubber, you're going to get bubbles in it. It's just a fact. With these, though, you don't have to do the vacuum degassing. It tries to keep the bubbles to a minimum. I've had really, really good luck with it. I've tried some of the other ones where they require vacuum degassing, and you will get occasional bubbles with it, but it's a lot easier and cheaper than going to one of the ones that really does require vacuum degassing. Other than that, of course, you're going to need some paper. Now, in the case of this one, I'm actually in my kitchen today doing this because I needed a little more room than what I had in my workshop. Plus, it's a lot easier and there's less stuff to clutter in the video. Sooner or later, I'll actually show you a video of my workshop area. It's not pretty. So I'm going to pause the camera. We're going to get some stuff set and we'll see how it goes from there.